In today's video, we're gonna be recreating Jamie Foy's actual board setup. I've been waiting for this for a while, but Jamie Foy just released his custom twin tail shape through Deathwish. So not only do we have his new custom board, I also got a set of Thunder 149s, which is the exact truck that Jamie Foy skates. And I already had a set of Bronson G3 bearings, along with some Spitfire Formula 4 wheels. So all together, we're pretty much recreating virtually the same exact skateboard setup that Jamie Foy is skating. So right now I'm just doing a little bit of rehab for my knee. When we get back, we'll open up the box, see what the board looks like, put it all together, and then go to the skate park and see what it's like to test out Jamie Foy's actual skateboard setup. All right guys, stoked to open this. When I was at SLS in Salt Lake City, I got to talk to Jamie Foy and I asked him, yo, when are these gonna be available? And he was like, that he was gonna start his own website and they were gonna like trial run some of these through his website. But it looks like everything's changed in the last couple of months and they decided to finally just produce his shape. And your boy could not be more stoked. All right, first out of the box, we got our sheet of Tactics grip. Comes free with every purchase of a board through Tactics. So thank you Tactics for hooking it up, saving me another 10 bucks. Appreciate that. And here we have it, the Jamie Foy Deathwish Twin Tail. I believe this graphic is called like the failed exorcism graphic. I'm stoked on it. I think it looks super sick. So you can see on the sticker right here, Deathwish 8.5, 32 inches long, 14.5 inch wheelbase. So definitely a lot bigger than the boards that I've been skating. I've never skated an 8.5. 8.3 is the biggest that I've ever gone. And then aside from the board, like I mentioned, we got a set of Thunder 149s. I've heard a lot of people just love Thunder trucks. I feel like you're either like an independent guy or a Thunder guy. Something about how the trucks sit changes like your leverage when you're popping your board. I think these trucks, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they sit closer to the tip of the board. And with these trucks, I'm just gonna go with the stock bushings because that's what Jamie Foy does. He doesn't ride any aftermarket bushings, just rides what's in them. So yeah, really curious to see how these feel compared to my independent mids. Let's go ahead and set up the board. Okay guys, so I got the board set up and I just realized as I was setting it up, this isn't a perfect Jamie Foy replica. So the Bronson G3s, the shields should be popped. Mine are still on there. I'm not sure what shape of Spitfire Formula 4s he rides, but so that could be the same or it could be different. And then the other thing is I didn't have any Shake Junt hardware. I didn't even think about that, forgot that he rode for Shake Junt as well as Shake Junt grip. So I'm just going with the regular Tactics grip. So there's a few details about this board that are not the same, but as far as the board, the shape itself, the trucks, the wheel brand, and the bearings, those are all pretty much exactly the same. Good job. Alright guys, so it's been a few days since I skated this board, at least the footage in this video. I had a crazy weekend, went to Street League in Lake Havasu, so it's taking me a while to get around to actually editing this video. But I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on this board, on the shape, on my first impressions, what I think about it. So number one, for somebody that skates an 8.25, bumping up to an 8.5 was definitely a challenge. Like with my flicks, I felt like there was just so much more grippiness to them. I found myself like over flipping, like my flips were out of control. And then with my heel flips, my heel wasn't necessarily like clearing the kick all the way because there's just so much more grip. So with my heel flips, I ended up like over boning and like half flipping, catching my heel flips upside down just because there's so much grip. And with my kick flips, because I flick off to the side a lot, it just ended up creating like more of like a 1.5 or double kick flip. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just something I need to get used to. I did like riding around on the board, having it be so big gives you like a lot of confidence when you look down, like especially if you're not flipping your board. Like you feel so much grip, so much control of the board. As well, I feel like these Thunder 149s are a little bit heavier than my independent mids. So I just think this board all around is kind of a hefty board, which makes sense because heavier boards take more strength to move them, meaning that there's more resistance. So you have better grip and more control of a heavier board. And Jamie Foy is doing absolutely insane stuff with his board. Very like precise movements when he's locking into like a front feeble or a front crook. Everything has to be really, really precise. So it makes sense why he would want all of that grip and all of that control, because when you're doing stuff that's as precise and as gnarly as him, I imagine you want as much confidence as possible. As far as like the wheels and bearings go, I love my Bronson G3s. I think they're my favorite bearings that I've ever skated, as well as Spitfire, Formula 4. I think they're the best wheels that there are. I used to skate Bones, but I think that Spitfires last longer and they feel better. So no surprises on the Spitfires. I knew I would like them. All that, the wheels and the bearings, there's nothing new there. The main thing that's new is just obviously the board and the trucks, as well as the bushings. So I'm like a big believer in Bones medium bushings. However, riding these stock bushings, after a while I started to get used to it, and I don't love them, but I don't hate them. I'll keep experimenting with them. Maybe eventually they'll kind of feel more normal and I'll start to like these more than the Bones mediums. But the one thing that I haven't really tested is grinding the truck. So I didn't do any ledge tricks. I didn't do any grinds really. I did a few off camera, but nothing on like a flat bar, which is what I'm really interested in because Jamie Foy is obviously like the pinch king. And so I'm curious to see how his board does with pinching on a flat bar, as well as pinching, you know, front crooks and different ledge tricks, because he's also absolutely insane on ledges. But so far, the 8.5 with the short wheelbase and the twin tail, I'm into it. I still feel like I'm adjusting to it, but I think ultimately this is going to be one of the best boards that I've ever written. And yeah, thank you Jamie Foy and Deathwish for making it available for all of us to get one. Obviously, you can go to your local skate shop and pick one up if they carry it. If not, Tactics.com has an incredible selection of boards, and they are carrying the Jamie Foy twin tail. And like I mentioned, they'll do free shipping and give you grip. So Tactics really hooks it up. So I definitely suggest giving them your business. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot more videos to come about this board. So let me know in the comments below what questions you have, and I'll make sure to address them in future videos. But that's going to be it. Make every single day a Friday, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.